Oh man. Here we go again. I bet all of you are wondering how I escaped the last game way back. Let's just say, only one of us made it to McDonald's. Man, that was scary. Oh, a prize! These are always so hard to open. Oh, thanks! Is it safe? Okay. Clock Tower 2. Well, it's called Clock Tower 2 in Japan. Here it's just Clock Tower. Because the first one never came to America. Which makes this opening all the more confusing!
The evil murderer
slashed to
lives.
death.
With a knife?
No, it sounds crazy, but it looks like they were killed with a giant pair of scissors.
The giant scissors once again search for prey.
The trail of terror stretches across Europe, from Norway to England.
Here it is, the Barrows Mansion. We have to go there and look around, or we'll never solve the mystery of Scissorman.
You've got to be joking. It's way too dangerous.
As long as he's alive, we're not safe anywhere, Doctor.
One after another, the horrifying murders continue. Who'll make it through this game of murder alive? Clock Tower.
Oh man, the voice acting. Well, I will say that it does have a summary of what happened in Clock Tower: The First Fear, though not as interesting as playing the game itself, nor do you get the full story of what happened. Anyway, the story begins a year after the first game. Jennifer is living in Oslo, which is in Norway, living with Helen Maxwell, a research assistant for Samuel Barton, who works at the Oslo Research University. Helen is studying criminal psychology. Barton is interested in the Clock Tower case and the criminal that is Scissorman, which is what the papers are calling the killer with scissors. It seems there is a new killer on the loose since Bobby is dead from the last game. Or is he? But Barton doesn't believe in the whole mythos that the newspapers have been building up, which is that he's an immortal monster. So the game begins with Barton trying to get Jennifer under hypnosis because she has lost her memory since the incident was so traumatizing.
What on earth are you doing, Professor? You mustn't hypnotize her like this. She's not ready to remember the murders yet.
Helen, the Clock Tower murders are fascinating research material for me. I must know the truth of what happened.
She can't take any more of this today, Professor. I'm taking her home.
The player also learns that there's another survivor of the incident, which is strange since no one lived in the last game other than Jennifer. Also, it is a young boy being raised by a woman named Kay, who works at the Granite Orphanage, the original girls' orphanage that Jennifer came from. Kay has named him Edward due to the fact that he's got memory loss as well, even worse than Jennifer. You find out most of this beginning info while playing as Barton in the beginning. You play as different characters, Barton only once in the beginning. You either take control of Jennifer or Helen for most of the game, possibly two other characters depending what route you take.
What's wrong?
Help! Someone is following me!
Some kind of weirdo?
The game plays almost just like the first game, except for a few things. One being that Scissorman can appear after a while of wandering around. Also, this time you can use a lot more items to fight back to make Scissorman run away, while before, you could only hide. In this game, you aren't just in one building. You have different stages to go to. There's also different endings, just like the last game.
And now, without knowing the whereabouts of the statue, all leads have come to a dead end. Scissorman.
Also, this game isn't as scary as the first. Don't get me wrong, it is scary, and there are some good moments. Yeah! Gets me every time. Yeah! The first game, I had to take breaks when I started, even before Bobby showed up, because of how scared the game made me. I think the biggest problem is the graphics. I know it's a PS1 game, but still, the Super NES version was scarier. The blocky graphics don't really help the game's atmosphere. The story isn't as interesting as the first either. The story is alright, and it's different to go around the city and be trapped in different buildings. But being trapped in a large mansion was far more fun and scary. Also, Jennifer isn't as interesting as she was in the first game. Not sure why, except maybe it's because they gave her a romantic interest, who's around 24 years old. May I remind you that Jennifer is 15 at this time? Pedo! I know this is Norway, but even there that's too young. Yeah! There are quite a few characters, but most aren't that interesting. Helen is okay, but you know more about her since she's one of the characters you control. I do like the story despite the bad voice acting. If you break it down, it is interesting. It gives you more information of the whole Barrows family, and a very neat look at the real killer. I just wish it was told better. In the first game, you didn't get so much exposition dumped on you. Heck, besides the opening, there's only one other time it happens, and that part is easy to miss. The rest of the story is told by finding clues and imagery. Not in the second one! We get dump upon dump of bad acting. Oh well, it's okay. As much as I complain about the storytelling, it's still interesting once you break it down, and the game still manages to scare you, so it still accomplishes what it's supposed to do. It's still a solid game, and sadly the last of the Barrows family and Jennifer. May not be as good as the first, but it's still worth a playthrough. Well, once again I've been chased around by a mad killer, and now I'm trapped underground waiting for rescue. Oh, finally! Of course. Well, your scissors don't scare me, Scissorman. Give me your worst! Yeah, you run away! No. Oh no. No!